Hi there, I'm Jen and this is my book reviewing channel, and to start things off I'm going to do the bookworm tag. As far as I know, there's not a set list of questions for this tag, so I took mine off of a blog called Bows, Bangles and Bakes. I'm going to post a link to her in the description so you can read her answers later. I usually read in my bed before going to bed. It's a really nice way to wind down at the end of the day. As a kid, I'd read literally hundreds of books at once, but now I find it too hard to concentrate on more than one plot. That being said, I've just put The Uglies on hold because I was finding it a bit too hard to get into. But if any of you have read it, please give me some motivation, because the series seems really good and I'd love to read the rest of the books. Alright, I'm going to be really stereotypical here and say my favourite genre is YA, purely because you can get some really gory and dystopian stuff and some really cute contemporary stuff, and I'll read anything that fits on that scale really. As far as yet, I've not come across a genre that's really put me off, but in the future I might read a book and it might make me never want to read anything like it again. This question seriously is like asking a mother if they have a favourite child. There are so many books that I've loved, that have made me cry, that have inspired me, and picking one would be too hard. Now again, there are books I haven't enjoyed as much as others, books I've found have had disappointing endings, and books I just haven't been able to finish. But picking one to class as my least favourite I'd feel would be rude and unfair on the author. I think most people my age have the longest book they've ever read in common, and that is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I know a lot of Harry Potter fans don't like it as much as the others, purely because of how long it is, but personally it's my favourite book. I think the plot's really interesting and the characters have a lot of development in this book, and that's why I like it so much. So recently it was my birthday and I got a lot of cool books, so I'm going to do a separate video where I'm going to show you all the books I got then. As a kid, I'd get books out of the library like every week, but I just haven't done that. I don't really know why, but if there was a book that I wanted to read but couldn't buy it for some reason, I'd definitely go back to the library and get it. So the book I'm currently reading isn't a book that I'd usually choose myself, and that is My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. I decided to read it because we talked about the idea of saviour siblings in RE, and RE is one of my favourite subjects, and I wanted to do more reading on the ethical issues, and so I decided to read the book, and my mum's a really big Jodi Picoult fan and she told me I'd really enjoy it. I'll buy my books anywhere and everywhere, so big stores like Heifers and Waterstones have a lot of wide selections. Smaller stores like WH Smith's, they don't often have as much in, but they often have a deal on, so if you find a book you want there, buy it. And second-hand bookshops aren't to be overlooked. Might take you longer to find a book you want there, but it's often going to be really cheap, and they're often charity based, so it feels really good to be giving back as well as getting a book you want. Yeah, if there's a book in a series that I really want to read and I'm not going to have a chance to go out to Waterstones that week and buy it, I'll pre-order it and Amazon will get it to me straight away so I can start reading it and hopefully avoid spoilers. Now, when I was younger I read books really quickly, but I never truly loved reading until I found this book, which is The 13 Treasures by Michelle Harrison. The storyline's really amazing, the characters are lovable. Probably the book that inspired me to want to become an author myself. I've had the privilege of meeting Michelle Harrison a couple of times and she's as lovely as her books are. So that's the end of my bookworm tag. I'd love to hear your answers as well, so give me a comment down below, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe. Bye!